welcome back to the Mr. Excel Netcast. I'm Bill Gell, and today's question is sent in by Michael. Michael is trying to calculate a sliding commission. And, he said, if you sell over $2,000, you get a certain percentage. If you sell over $4,000, you get another percentage. And I wasn't sure from his question if it was a situation where once I sold $4,010, if I got 3% of that entire $4,000, or if I only got 2% of everything up to $4,000, and then how to calculate it over. So assuming we can go with the simpler version, I set up a lookup table over here, and the lookup table has to be sorted in ascending sequence in this example. Basically, I said, hey, if your sale is $0, you're getting 1%. And you're going to keep getting 1% until your sale hits $1,000, then you get 1.5%. You continue to get 1.5% until you get to a sale that's $2,000, then you get 1.75%, and so on down the line. So then over here in column A, I have some sales numbers. Here are the 4613. My formula says we're going to take A2, so the sales in A2, and then do a VLOOKUP. Go find A2 within lookup table, H2 to I7, and when it finds the lookup value, or a number just lower than the lookup value, so in this case it's going to find the 4,000, it's going to return the second column, which is 3%. So 4613 times 3% is 138.39. But down here, where they only sold 1719, that $25 is 1.5% of the 1719. So this is the version of the VLOOKUP that does not have comma false at the end. You see that I don't have that fourth argument. With the comma false, that's the way I usually use VLOOKUP. It has to find an exact value. But here, it can find the nearest value, and it works just fine. Now, what if you have the other kind of commission plan where we pay 1% of the first 1,000 and then 1.5% of everything from 1,001 up to 1,500? Well, then in that case, the table has to be a little bit different. We have the same amounts and then calculate, for example, this 10 is 1% of the first 1,000 plus 1.5% of everything over 1,000. Now my formula becomes much more complicated because I have to do, well, actually 3 different VLOOKUPs to get the base amount plus the percentage times the amount over which that percentage applies. So either way would work. The trick in both of them, though, is to use the sorted version of VLOOKUP. Well, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time for another netcast from Mr. Excel.